Have you ever wondered to yourself why some people are more successful than others? We all have the same 24 hours in a day, so it's not like they have more time than us, but for some reason they seem to be more healthy, more wealthy, and they have better relationships with their loved ones. So I wanted to find out, what is it that successful people do that we don't? Can we study successful people and apply their habits to our own life? First, let's define what it means to be successful. Then we will go over the 3 steps to actually becoming more successful. And then I will give you the 3 habits of successful people. But before we do so, all I would ask you to do is just to gently tap that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps me out tremendously. And with that being said, let's get right into this video. Being successful means different things for different people. Your definition of being successful might be different from mine and vice versa. But according to the Cambridge Dictionary, success means the achieving of the results wanted or hoped for. Being successful literally means achieving the things that you wanted or hoped for. So the first step in becoming successful is defining what is it that you want to achieve. Do you want to make $1 billion, or do you just want to be financially secure? Do you want a 6-pack, or do you want to have a healthy, fit body? Take your time and think deep about what is it that you truly want. The question is, what is important to you in your life? Remember, you can have anything you want, but not everything. So once you have thought deep enough about what is it that you want out of life and you've written it down, the next step is to start researching people who have achieved a similar result and then create a long-term plan. It's important to create a long-term plan because most likely the things that you want out of life are going to take much longer than you think they will. However, remember that we as human beings are drawn towards quick fixes and big promises. We try and avoid anything that is hard and complicated and move towards things that are easy and simple. Achieving big things requires doing hard things. It is not possible to make $1 million by just sitting there and wishing for it. Your actions have an opposite and equal reaction. Be very careful and stay away from the get-rich-quick schemes and the 5-minute abs. Instead, research and study people that have achieved what you want. Set your goal and your timeline within the next 10 years and then chip away at it every single day. The third step in becoming successful is creating a routine or a pattern of habits. You are what you do every single day. And what you do every single day is called habits. And so if you want to change as a person, you will need to change your habits. Want to lose weight and get fit? Well, how do you treat your body? What do you drink? What do you eat? Do you exercise regularly? Or maybe you want to make $1 million. How much money do you save? Or do you spend all the money that you get? Do you understand financial literacy? Do you understand the difference between assets and liabilities? There's this great quote by Warren Buffett which I really like. The chains of habits are too light to be felt until they're too heavy to be broken. Be very careful with the habits that you have in your life. Your habits literally make you as a person. It's what you do every single day that matters. How much time do you spend on social media? Do you smoke? How much time do you spend each day reading books? Do you even read books? Not a popular thing, to be honest, nowadays. Or do you think that reading books is not important because you can get the summary of the book literally on Google in just 2 seconds? And you know what? If you think that way, then you should definitely read books. Books for the mind is like weightlifting for the body. So, let me sum it up for you. Becoming successful first requires defining clearly what is it that you want. Because if you don't know what you want, you don't know where to go. The second step is researching and studying people who have already achieved what you want. Because if they are where you want to be, then you just need to figure out how they got there and do the exact same thing. And third is analyzing their habits and applying them to your life. Lucky for you, I've been studying successful people for the past 5 years, and I've been experimenting with all kinds of different habits. Waking up at 4 a.m., tried it. Taking cold showers, tried it. Deleting social media, tried it. Intermittent fasting, yes. Plant-based diet, yep. Not using shampoo, yeah. And I don't use shampoo until now, but that's a different video. So as you can see, I've been obsessed with the topic of success and I've tried many different things. I like to think of these things as experiments and of myself as a guinea pig. I first read about something and then if I like it, I try it in my life and then I see how it affects my mood, my mental health, my productivity, my bank account, my physical body, basically what are the effects of that habit in my life. Right away, I can tell you that most things that I've tried in my life did not work. We were basically not a good match for each other. And it's not like these habits didn't have a positive effect on me. I just couldn't sustain them for a long time. By the way, this is also a very important point that I want to highlight here. It's not only the habits that have a positive effect on you, but also the habits that you can actually stick to and do every single day. That is the challenge. Because once you get fed up with your life, you can be like, okay, tomorrow I'm waking up at 4, I'm taking cold showers, I'm doing push-ups, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but then what? You just fail. So it's a fine balance between doing the right things and doing them every single day. Because if you push yourself too hard, unavoidably you will burn out and you won't be able to sustain it. I would now like to share with you the 3 habits that have actually worked for me. They had a tremendous effect on me and I do them every single day. The first one is yoga. Now look, I'm a big fan of going to the gym and lifting heavy weights. The endorphin rush you get from lifting heavy weights is addictive. So it's not like I've been doing yoga my whole life and I'm super spiritual. I actually discovered yoga accidentally and it happened to change my life and my way of thinking about health and wellness completely. So much so that I actually now recommend yoga to everyone I meet in real life and now on YouTube. So what is it about yoga that is so great? With yoga, you get to integrate strength training, mobility training, balancing, and stretching. Yoga is the ultimate exercise for the body and for the mind. It's very challenging. You strengthen your joints, your balancing muscles, your inner muscles that you don't normally use. Your overall posture gets better. You start to basically feel better in your own body. You heal the pain and your body becomes this very lean and healthy machine that moves you through life. In my opinion, yoga is essential for every person. Whether you're a beginner or you're super advanced, there is a class for you. And the best part is that you can do it every single day at home. I train online here on YouTube with Bree and Flo. Make sure to check out their channel after you're done watching this video. The second habit that has had a tremendous impact on me as a person is saving money. There's a great quote by Benjamin Franklin which I really like. It is hard for an empty bag to stand upright. If you as a person don't have any money, it's really hard for you to stand upright and feel confident. When I was in the army, I read a book called The Richest Man in Babylon. The author urges you to save at least 10% of your income. He says that at first it's not going to feel significant, but money has this tendency to add up quickly. And believe me or not, but I actually found that to be very true. I remember after reading that book, my first saving was €5. And only after 4 or 5 years, I have now bought my own place. I've invested money into the stock market. And now I feel a little bit more confident than I was then. But it all started with that first insignificant €5 saving. To stand upright, to feel confident, you need to have money saved up. The third and the final habit that I want to leave you with is by far the most powerful one. I cannot even quantify how much this habit has done for me. It is the absolute foundation of everything that I have right now in my life. My relationships with people, my online business, my health, my wealth, everything I own to this one habit. So you might be thinking, what is it? Reading books. Reading books expands your mind. It puts into clear words those things that you thought about but you couldn't articulate them. It gives you new perspectives on life. Reading helps you acknowledge your ignorance. You start to understand how actually little you know and how insignificant you are. Your sense of awareness increases. You start to look at things and people differently. You learn how to understand the social dynamic and how to actually control the situation. You begin to appreciate life much more and your actions become more meaningful. If you want to start reading but you don't know which book to start from, I recommend you use Ty's book list at tylopez.com/books. I'm not affiliated with this. This is just where I started from. Just start at the top, read every single book, and very quickly you're going to see how everything starts to change. So let's summarize this whole video into a short and sweet little summary for you. Number 1, define what you want out of life. Remember, you can have anything you want, but not everything. Number 2, find people who have achieved what you want and study them. How did they get to where you want to be? And number 3, implement daily habits that will help you achieve your goals. The 3 habits that I recommend are yoga, saving money, and reading books. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to gently tap that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps me out tremendously. And once again, thank you so much for watching this video. Till next time.